You're listening to the Blue Collar Nerd Podcast.
These aren't the tradesmen you're looking for. You can go about your business. Move along.
All right, welcome to another exciting episode of the Blue Collar Nerd Podcast. I'm the Plummalorian. I'm joined by Plum Dangerous,
Yo,
Nick Electric,
that's a trap.
Vader the Plumber,
Hello there.
and we've got two special guests. We have a returning special guest. We have Milwaukee Tool Addict. Dan, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
And we've got a newcomer here, Zach Harrison. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing great. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So we're going to be talking about Tough Built Stack Tech tool storage system today on this podcast. It's been creating quite a buzz on social media lately, and we thought it would be a good idea to have a podcast about it and chat about all these different accessories they're coming out with. So guys, let's start talking about the ones that are available right now to everybody in the public. It looks like the three main stacked toolboxes. You got a large one on roll A, you got a medium-sized one, you got a smaller one. I know there's several of us that don't have it. What do you guys think about the quality on the toolboxes, on the latching and everything?
I think the latching mechanism, they did a great job on that. I think time will tell how it holds up, but it's pretty impressive on how it just sits down, latches right in. So it's nice to see that. The tool accessory rails are pretty exciting to see how they put those right at the far corners, giving us some extra space inside the boxes. And all the accessories they're coming out with looks pretty exciting to allow that full customization based on your trade or your needs. So I think they did a pretty good job.
Absolutely. A friend of mine, Adam, he's actually mentioned it. He's, man, if the latching isn't good, then the storage system isn't going to be good. And I told him, I was like, I'll wait till I get my hands on this thing. So I got my hands on it, and I got to say the latching on it, it works. And Zach, your page has been pretty popular lately with Tough Build stuff, and I like all the videos you're putting out there. Do you got anything you want to add as far as the latching goes?
Yeah, so I have had a chance to be on this project for a few months, and I've had the actual Stack Tech system for almost a month now. It's getting to work with it every day. I have not been gentle with it. I'll just say I have honestly tried to put it to the test, and I have been very impressed with it. One of the things that Tough Built really stresses is that the entire operation of stacking, locking, everything is achievable single-handedly. They have a complete vertical stacking architecture. You don't have to, there's no sliding back and forth. It's all completely vertical. It has that auto self-locking mechanism that engages whenever it's dropped into place, and it unlocks simply with one hand. You got the clear lock indicator that you never have a doubt as far as what positions it's at. And so you're not going to ever have your boxes fall out on you or anything like that. I've just been really impressed with what we've got and what we have access to with this system.
Go ahead, Vader.
I was just going to say, didn't you say that it can clip in forwards or backwards?
Yeah. So with the vertical architecture and path of the stacking like motion, the actual clips are mirrored image on the rear as well. So if you got two guys that are working on the job site hand in hand, you can actually take one set of drawers and stack it backwards in comparison to the other drawer, and you guys can work on either side of it, access it from either side, which is just nobody else has that ability that I know of, and it's really cool.
So Dan, what do you think about the fact that you can give it to the rear? Based from Milwaukee.
I think if that's what you're into, Danger, I say more power to you.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I want to jump in here because I think it's really cool. I am extremely impressed in what they've launched right now, Zach, because you said earlier that they had already launched a 3-drawer pack already, but then they have this entire spring line that is just, hey, this is us. Like, they're definitely coming out with a lot.
But 100 different accessories. Yeah.
They're saying, hold my beer. That's what they're saying.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, they not only said, hey, we're jumping in the game, but we also have over 100 products that we're going to have available to you by the end of next year. Like by the end of 2024, there'll be over 100 different products available within the Stack Tech line, which means that they've been working on this for a while and they did their homework. I think one of the things that gives them the biggest step forward, the edge on this whole topic of modular storage system is this company has listened to all the things that Packout users have been asking for years, and they are introducing it within the first year of their launch, which I think is really cool. There's specific pieces that we can talk about in a minute that are coming in the summer of 2024 that specifically cater to all the guys who've been asking for certain products for years from a couple of the competitors.
Yeah, I've been asking for a half crate for forever.
Vader, you read my mind because I was just about to say that exact same thing.
We had a solution, Vader.
Yep.
Yes, I know you did the half ammo, but
Just take the lid off.
with this, that I could do that, but I wouldn't be able to stack anything on top. But with this, it looks like I could. Just saying.
I agree. You're not wrong.
Yeah, they have a compact crate, compact deep organizer, compact toolbox.
A compact water cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. And an XL one too.
Look at
That's,
that.
that's awesome.
And a vacuum.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's a cooler, but this is like a water cooler. Like you fill it up with water and then it has a little spout to fill your jug.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the yellow one.
Have a little spout.
Yeah.
It's called spout, man.
And you can only put water in it though, for sure. Only water.
Only water.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure you could sneak some beer in there and you'd be fine.
Yeah. It'll be the sangria holder.
Sangria holder.
While we're on the compact water cooler, right next to it has the compact vacuum, and then we got the box fan.
And the light.
Dan, we had mentioned the light too. We had mentioned this, Dan, in the previous non-recording session. we were talking about the battery platform, right? And Zach, you said you didn't know any more information on that.
That's right.
Yeah, not at this time. All I know is what you guys see. There's a specific little tag on the box fan that says 20 volt. So I know that we're tiptoeing into some battery operated territory, but I'm not really sure how that goes. And something else I did notice on this tower light, on the side, it says hybrid power. So you're going to have
Yep.
the ability to plug in as well as a battery operation.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yep.
That's huge.
And it also looks like that it clips onto the pack out, the Tough Built organizer. Sorry, Dan.
Yep.
And
It's not hurting my feelings.
it's a telescoping light that we talked earlier about how it looks as a type form with it, but it could also clip to the Tough Built system and telescope out. So then you have a lighted area. So if you're new construction, residential, commercial, you're working a late day, or you're in low light, like you're in a basement, like a lot of us plumbers are, where there's a lot of low light, or in a crawl space, you have the capacity to light up an area and have your tools readily available.
You must be in some real tall crawl spaces.
Bro,
I was about to say it.
listen, I could use this even in a tight crawl where you're army crawling the entire time. I do not like it when it's dark and I'm like,
Yeah, you're just like you're laying it on its side or whatever. That's what I did with the rocket light.
yeah. I do have the Rover light, the M12, and I like that a lot.
Oh, that's a nice light. Yeah.
Yeah, just put your headlamp on.
But I think the area light too will help you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in love with this line.
Right?
Yeah. The more I look at this, and by the way, if you're listening to this podcast and you want to know what we're looking at, we're going to a website. It's called toolguide.com. That's tool, GUYD.com. And they've got an article on here, and they pretty much
It's got everything.
show you images of, it shows you everything that they got coming out with in the spring and summer of 2024.
That transporter looks like a gurney that you'd put in like an ambulance.
Yeah.
So you could put it in the back of your truck by yourself.
Yeah, that's wild.
And Dan, you do electrical also, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for the electricians, I know I'm a plumber and I'm talking the wrong side, but this is incredible right here.
They've got all these different things. You have a little attachment for your hand bender. They got attachment for all of your spools of wire. What I really like is that bottom rolling drawer box. With my current setup with my pack out, my bottom piece, it's just
You want me to say it, don't you?
What are we saying?
Well, you know that, Nick.
It's a huge rolling box.
Yeah. So, a power bottom box.
Yeah.
For it to be a drawer, the bottom, like that is a game changer. You don't have to unstack everything to get access to it.
And I think they maintain their IP rating too, which is going to be interesting to see how they do that.
yeah, it says it's 400 pounds.
Yeah, wow, that's impressive.
Right.
And Zach, you were talking about the one stack drawer also.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing that they're rolling out is they have a single drawer box, which I think is just going to be great, especially for me. I work in commercial signage. We do signage and vinyl graphics and things like that. And depending on the day, I have a completely different loadout than just depending on what we're doing. So the idea of being able to just take single boxes with a drawer and outfit them differently and be able to customize my setup each day, depending on what we need, that's one of the things I'm most excited about out of anything else in this line.
Yeah, oh man, the more you look at this list, the more you catch different things on here.
Dude, it's built tough. It's tough built. It's going to handle it.
Cooler lunchbox. What are some other things here that
Danger, weren't you saying that dolly, like
It's
the dolly can hold 400 pounds, so you can actually use it to do.
Yeah, the water heater thing. So I want to if you look on this website, you'll see that they have a big box at the bottom, 2 crates, and they have a shovel and a sledgehammer. And I want to modify the side piece to hold pipe. But what I want to do,
Yeah, that's pretty slick.
because anyone that does install water heaters on the daily, because they do it for a living, aka a plumber, I want to take a 50-gallon water heater and drain it out. I want to take 2 ratcheting straps and wrap it around this dolly system they have. I want to see if I can pick it up. I want to test the system and see, will it hold up?
sounds like a good reel for Instagram.
Maybe.
You're gonna be the guy. You're gonna put it on the gurney, man. You're gonna come down the hill with the gurney. The
Oh
water.
yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. The gurney that goes in the truck.
that's right. Yep, that transporter is pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's see. So we got the transporter. Oh yeah, the mobile tool storage.
And all the clip tech that is gonna, like the clip tech that's gonna
Yeah. Let's back up.
attach to it, right?
Yeah. So we got the different clip tech accessories. So some of these things isn't new. They've had different tool pouches in the past, but it looks like they're actually integrating that into the actual Stack Tech products here.
Yeah, like I was saying,
So you can click that stuff onto the side there.
Yeah,
like I have a
right on the corner or right on the
Yeah.
side rail too.
Well, and they got all those accessories like the cup holder, which I like that better, that I have a cup holder on the side.
Vader, what were you saying?
oh, just that I have a couple clip techs. I have one that's a soldering kit
Right.
that has a hose that I clip to my ladder or I clip to my table. So to be able to click it to the stack would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right. Let me see here. Oh yeah. So they got I had mentioned this earlier about they got the bender on the side. They got the wire on there. That's cool.
Yeah, they showcase electrical. Definitely something that they've thought about. So hopefully they'll be listening or asking about other trades.
Yeah, I've had a couple electricians hit me up after I had shown the rolling toolbox in my stories. They're like, "Hey, man, I want to know. I want to know more about this stuff. I'm actually definitely interested in this." Let's see. Danger, you had mentioned the mobile system storage. Looks like
Just in general on this website itself. And like I said, I'm sure, Zach, if you want to chime in and let us know if StackTech's going to have this on their official website. They have even the garage set up with the stool and the drill holders, which it looks like it's Milwaukee and DeWalt that they're actually showcasing there. But they have all the StackTech on shelving that mounts to the wall. They thought this out.
yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk pricing.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk pricing, Zach.
Oh yeah.
Dan?
Anybody?
Let's.
Yeah, so I think I don't know if I had said it earlier, but right now they have the buy more, save more. I believe at Lowe's right now it's $199 for the rolling toolbox.
The 3-pack.
Yeah, the 3-pack. They have a couple other ones that aren't part of that, but the more you buy, the more you save. I don't know the exact pricing on that right now.
I've got it here, but the crate is $49.98, and it goes up from there. So from the organizer at like about $27.98 up to $59.64 for the compact
Okay.
toolbox or the organizer. So the pricing's in line, I think, with what we're used to. I think it's important to note that, from my understanding, is this promotion is on probably till the end of the year. But I believe after that, who knows what other deals they'll have, but that's currently what we're being told.
Yeah.
Is that
So
$70 you're saving is
And for our listeners having used this, and I know Dan and Zach also have put their hands on this stuff, it's not cheaply made. This is actually very well made, very sturdy. The latching on it's great.
I was jumping on the top of them earlier, and I'm not a light guy, and I was jumping on them as hard as I could, and
Yeah, I
no issues.
like that they thought out ahead and have all these different things that they could showcase that they're actually going to be coming out with here in the spring and the summer here. And I know Danger, you were saying, go ahead, Vader.
I like that, how boxy it is. It's more like a fest tool. It's not like octagon. And we touched on this earlier, that it actually has more space because of how boxy it is without losing integrity and strength. So I think that's quite impressive.
Or making the boxes that much bigger, right?
Yeah, and Danger, you were saying earlier about the different power tools on that the pegboard there.
Yeah.
And I think Zach had said earlier when we weren't recording about them trying to integrate ways to, it doesn't matter what kind of brand tool you got, that they want to make sure that everybody has the option to use that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm trying to see if there's anything else we're missing here.
Zach, you were telling us the price because it was going to be at Lowe's, correct?
Yeah, so it became available for online order as of October 19th, and you could order it online. And then most stores are showing that it's actually in stock. A lot of people have it out. You can actually probably go and find it, but it's supposed to be guaranteed in the store, ready to go by the 23rd.
Definitely make a trip to Lowe's.
And yeah, for the initial launch pack, you got the rolling, the large, and the standard toolbox all together. And you can get that currently for $199 for the 3 boxes. And like Dan said, they had an additional 5 pieces that are available to be purchased separately. And the more you buy, the more you save. Dan is correct. At the end of the year, that promotion will be over. And even at its regular price, it still becomes in probably like $40-ish or so, almost $50 lower than what your 3-piece, the same 3-piece stack with Milwaukee will be. So they've really done a good job at giving you a pro-grade product, especially in Lowe's. I would argue that this is probably one of your best tradesman suited systems available at Lowe's for a very competitive entry point price.
Yeah.
And I think that's really awesome.
So if you're going to buy one, now's the time to buy one.
100%. Yeah.
I probably agree to that.
I think it's important to point out if you're a young tradesperson or maybe you're a tradesman and you're just going out starting your own business and you're looking at investing in a tool storage platform and solution, is educate yourself on what's available currently, but what else is coming down the road, and make the best decision for yourself on what best suits your application, whether it's your van setup, your shop, your job sites.
Right. Quick in and out.
There's a lot of options now for young people coming to the trades, and I think it's great that
For sure.
people can choose what best works for them.
Wise words, Dan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Competition will cause innovation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It'd be healthy competition. And no offense to Milwaukee, they have an incredible line. For someone that not invested, I have a different organizer. We're not even going to say their name. The point is that I am impressed
Right.
with this line. They have such a versatile system that you can set up
Right.
for your job.
Put that on your box fan and get that AC going.
Yeah, we talked earlier about how, for instance, like Nick and Vader both do, and Dan, I believe you also do commercial?
Some, yeah.
Yeah, you can set this thing up on a dolly, 4 wheels, and roll it around like a mini job box with your tools in it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I got a question. Is the 2-pound ice pack, is that just meant to click or go inside some of these boxes, or is that?
Yeah, it's got to go inside the cooler or the lunch pail, probably.
No, I think it's for the compact cooler, or maybe you might be able to put several of them inside the XL cooler, but
Okay.
that's just an assumption. Not sure.
Not a big deal. I just saw that they put it separately on here. I didn't know what that was
No.
going to. So
Damn, you could stack those
think-
ice packs with cold
It's
water
like-
and then have it out through the hose with your jug.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah, brother.
Dan, did you notice the compact low profile organizer had a different latching versus
Yes, yeah.
the other ones, the large ones? I thought that was interesting.
It was quite interesting to see how they incorporated that, and even the tool tote, the tool bag, just how they made that locking mechanism half width, and it still functions very nice. I think a good thing to talk about maybe is all the accessories that are going to be available in that aftermarket community that we all know so well, of modifying our tool storage solutions for our own applications. And I think Tough Belt has been listening and paying attention for quite some time, and they're going to be bringing all that stuff out to us. And if we still want to do customization even further, then there's going to be foam available, I'm sure, very soon. And the Molly side panels, you get a couple of those, clip them on the rails, and you mount whatever you want to them.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see that they've thought about that and given the community some options to really make it their own.
Yeah.
And then when you don't need that setup, clip it onto the wall in your shop or somewhere else, and all tool-free change, like Zach mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I think it's a clever design.
Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you don't have to void your manufacturer warranty by taking your box apart to add a level holder, or there's not threaded inserts that you have to screw stuff into. All of the accessories have the ability to detach completely tool free and go right back on. And you have,
Yeah.
which I think is just really cool because it gives you the ability to really change depending on what your situation is. If you need hand tools readily accessible, you can throw a hand tool bar on there.
Yeah.
If you need a roll holder for cable, you can throw that on there. They have drafting lights and tablet arms and a magnifying light. They just really have went back to the drawing board for the entire system and offered us a lot of really cool stuff right out of the gate.
I am excited about this. I think we've pretty much hit all the highlights here, guys. I don't know. Is there anything else anybody wanted to add?
No, I'd like to add real quick about the wheels. Somebody would like to just real quick make sure the wheels
Yes.
are being addressed, Zach, very quickly.
You want to comment?
Yeah, I can speak to that. Yeah, there was a video that went out where they were addressing some concern about an apparent like chamber in the axle. And here's the situation with that. This is behind the scenes of how product launches work as well. So all the influencers were sent pre-production models, so they weren't actually the same pieces that are on the floor being sold to consumers. We had almost like a last phase of prototype. And there was an issue with the axles that they wanted to address. Even in their performance testing, they didn't see any problem with it, but there was the appearance of a bend in the axle. So they went ahead and replaced the axle with a heavier duty heat treated steel axle, and they tightened the tolerances down on the bearings beyond what was initially there. They addressed that issue even before we received the product, and I think that's really cool. Their product testing didn't show a problem, and they didn't have to go and do that, but they went the extra mile to do that. It's really cool because the stuff that people will buy from the store is better quality than the one that I have, and I think that just speaks volumes. They're trying to stand behind their tool line.
Yeah, the one that I have, I can attest to. It doesn't have any kind of wonky wheels on it. Like, it's steady.
Yeah, mine either.
I put 140 pounds in the bottom part, and I rolled it around with the other toolboxes stacked on it, and nothing's going on with it.
Yeah, my stack weighed out at 225 pounds with all the different boxes I had and everything like that. And there was maybe an appearance of some slight, but for 200 pounds worth, I was happily okay with that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anything else anybody wanted to add here?
That looks pretty slick. I'm definitely gonna check out pouches because right now all I do is I got a tool bag and I've got all my tools in it, and then I just okay, what am I gonna use? I'm gonna use this tool. And I just throw them in my pockets and then go to town. But with these pouches, you got that little belt clip, and yeah, your pouch just clips right into it. You're good to go.
Vader, welcome back.
Hello there.
Sorry that we didn't hit the record button, Plum.
Oh, I thought this was a solid second performance, guys. I think we did really well.
Buy your stock now.
Yeah, that looks good. And then they got the one other thing we didn't, the StackTech accessories with the drafting light, table arm, magnifying light. They got all these different things here.
And they're all interchangeable with the garage system. Yeah, we need to make sure that we mention that. The garage system that's coming out, they have tons of stuff there. But if you look on the PDF, you can see they have a mole panel on the back, and they actually have that tablet arm and the magnifying light. So all of like StackTech and the Garage Workshop solution all work interchangeably and seamlessly together, which I think is really awesome. I don't know what the insides of the cabinets look like. I really want to know, and I'm hoping that they'll share that with me soon. I just love the fact that it all works seamlessly together.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All I have to say as a final note is that this is definitely thought out. They hit the market, and in my opinion, they're going to make a name. I think this is going to be, even for the 3D printer guys and the guys that mod stuff out, like this is going to be something that they're going to have a lot of fun with. I'm impressed.
I think just by looking at this information that they've published and they're sharing with everybody, the fact that they have all of these different products and they've already got timelines ready to roll them out clearly tells that they didn't just react to the tool space and the community by coming out with
So that's pretty cool stuff.
another company with a 3-stack and maybe a couple other pieces. These guys have been working on this for a very long time. So it's impressive to see that they've waited this long, quote unquote, get their shit together and bring it all at once properly. So
I like it.
that's cool. I think that's good. I agree with that.
How they kept this top secret is quite impressive.
Lots of NDAs.
Yeah, I'm excited about this system. I'm excited to see what else they come out with. It was enjoyable to talk to everybody here about it 2 times in a row. That was a joke.
For an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. If
There's a solid 35 minutes though right now.
if a bunch of tradesmen can talk about an organizer system for an hour and a half, it's definitely worth checking out and probably purchasing.
Anybody else want to add anything here before I close this out?
I just say, hey, this is just the beginning. Well, they're rolling out over 100 products by the end of 2024. They obviously have a round two like that they're prepping as well. So it makes me really excited because I'm big into pack out as well. I think this will be a really healthy competition that, if Milwaukee does what they should do, then it will inspire a lot of innovation,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
which is nothing but good for all of us and all of us guys who want to nerd out about this kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to see where it comes. Thank you guys for letting me be a part of it and share what I've got.
Well said.
So you're saying this isn't their final form? For all of us nerds out there.
No, there's no way it could be.
All right. I appreciate everybody listening to this podcast. Have a great day.
Peace.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Howdy ho!
We're back.
Wicked.
Another episode.
This is a late
Yeah.
night.
You better get your beers out because we're going to keep going.